All right, welcome to Switch It Up. Today, I found switch pops. We're back in Kansas City. My nephew's getting married, and so we're gonna go to that, which is gonna be fun. But while I was here, you guys kept commenting in all the videos how Switch Pop's doing, what's going on, how was his first trip, and all that other fun stuff. So today we're gonna just talk for a bit. You good for talking?
I'm good for talking.
Yeah, no Leroy. There's no Leroy in this video.
Leroy, I miss him.
Woo! My big time on camera. I've been waiting for this. I've been following that Todd guy around forever.
He never said you were ugly.
All right, give me fist bumps, Pops. We're gonna do this. Todd has been telling me as we were driving, he was like, you know, Leroy, you need to help Pops out today. We're gonna do some stuff. And I was like, I'm the man for the job. So why don't we roll the intro and we'll come back and get caught up with Pops. Roll it.
A man and a woman left their home to switch things up and go on the road. They didn't know where they would go, but it's gotta be better than staying home. They switched it up. They switched it up.
And we're back. Well, it was fast, wasn't it?
It was. They'd never know.
They'd never know. It was so quick. No, I thought it was really good because I wanted to come down and just see how he was doing before the wedding. And he's got the rig all set up. And so, okay, let's jump back a little bit. So we did all the fixing up. We put the tire minder on, right?
Tire minder, yep.
You got the Hemingway all situated.
Got the Hemingway, got a Garmin GPS. And
yeah.
Everything went great.
Everything, actually, you put all the stuff in. And then you headed out on your first trip. How long was you and Sue's first trip? How long did you go?
I think we were like almost 3 weeks.
Yeah. And it was, I mean, there was a lot of things that came into play, like how it was going to tow, because you had to deal with that hitch.
Yeah.
Which you got all set up on the hitch.
Everything was great. Pulled good. Really pulled nice, as a matter of fact.
Okay, so people are going to ask, you're in your 70s.
Yeah.
It's the first time you've ever really done anything like this, which shows that you can start at any time. Like,
that's right.
Right? I
Yep.
mean, and how big is the rig? It's like 30?
It's 28.
Oh, it's 28 footer?
Yeah.
So that means you could get into all your state parks. You could do whatever you wanted to.
Yeah.
Now, when you were hooking up, people are going to go, well, how long did you drive? What was your, like for your day driving, how many hours did you normally drive for a
We
day?
tried to hold it right around 400 miles. You know, 300 to 400 was good. And we've gone 600 a couple times.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We ran from Colorado Springs all the way home on our last one. It was
Wow.
11 hours, but yeah.
Okay, that's more than I ever even think about driving.
Yeah, but
It
like
was
I
good.
said, we got on I-70 and I set it at 75 and it just whistled
You
down the
pulled
road.
at 75 too?
Yeah, I put some 85-mile-an-hour tires on it. Just
Oh my. I don't pull past 65. You're bust. I would be sitting there, you'd be blowing by me.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
truck don't know what 65
Oh
is.
gosh. Okay, well, a little danger factor going in. People are
Yeah.
gonna think you're a little nuts.
Oh, no.
No, it was good.
Most of the time I was safe, you know.
Yeah.
It was, the mountains were hard on
Yeah.
it, you know, but it pulled them really
Were
nice.
you worried about wind or anything else?
Nope. I had a couple gusts that moved me across the highway.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah, it's a butthole pucker experience.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
but I had that sway bar hitch on there, and
Right.
it just sucked it right up. You know.
So, and then the other thing is that setting up. So you ended up having to learn how to set up because you were an official newbie before you hit the road.
Yeah.
This was your first experience. So how long did it take you to settle into a rhythm to set up?
About 4 or 5 times. The 5th time I didn't forget anything.
Yeah, that's the hard part, right?
Yeah. So, and it's hard. You get it on the road and you look in the rear and oh man, the deal,
You forget
the
to
hand holder's still open on the steps, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but it always, you don't forget stuff like the awning and stuff.
No,
you know, but
no.
It's just getting a routine.
Right.
And once you get a routine and nobody interrupts you, you do
Yeah.
great.
That's
yeah.
the thing is a lot of times people come up and want to talk or in your middle of the routine and that makes it tough as well.
Yeah.
Now, setting up the rig, the tire minder, did you use your tire pressure system a lot? Like
I did.
Okay. And would you say that's still an integral part?
It is really. It's really good because not only was it good on the pressure, but if you had a brake problem or a bearing problem,
Right.
it would show heat resistance
Right.
building up, you know.
So that was part of your setup then. You put it on the thing and then you'd set it so you could check your temperature.
Yeah, well then I set it at 90 pounds and I had 80 pounds. These tires are supposed to run at 80 pounds. So
Right.
I had 82 pounds in them. Well, on the highway they'd heat up to
Yep.
92.
Okay.
So they set the alarms off.
Ah, see, this is good info.
Yeah. So then I reduced them down to 78 pounds.
Okay.
So now it gets up to about 86 maybe.
Okay.
So it doesn't set, but I could have moved the alarm up to 100 pounds.
We'll do
or,
whatever.
You know, yeah. But I left it at 90.
So that was a learning process in
Yeah.
itself. And then he actually did this really cool thing. You did a modification on the bumper. In one of the videos I mentioned when we were doing kayaks that a lot of times you'll get the two bumpers on the back of these on the trailers, and you're going to want to put like bicycle racks and stuff. And I always say you got to be careful because they're going to bust a lot of the welds. And when you first started headed out, you had the Hemiways on the back. Each one of those is 75 pounds, so it's 150 pounds on that bumper.
Right.
And you had an issue when you first took off.
I did a bunch of modifications to get it up to, it said it was right around rated almost 400 pounds.
Right.
Which was fine. It handled it real good.
Right.
But being on the back, every bump magnified, so you get a porpoising.
Yeah.
And then it kept porpoising enough to bend the bumper.
Right.
So that was our first trip, and I looked down and my bumper was bent.
That's when you know you're starting RV world. Yeah.
So I crawled underneath there and took the bikes off, took the hitch off, took the whole hitch off, and I needed a piece of metal to put on there.
Right.
So I took out of my Craftsman set, I took the biggest box end wrench I had and slid it under there and tightened it back up.
He adapts very well. Yes.
So then I put the hitch back, put it all back together, and then I put an eye bolt in, and I ran a ratchet strap all the way back to the bumper.
So then it had like basically a triangle.
It couldn't bounce no more. It was solid. It couldn't porpoise.
Okay.
And it stayed that way the whole rest of the trip.
Now he's just did your own modification, and you got like angle iron. So this might help someone out. You got an angle iron you put over the top of the bumper. You reinforced, and then didn't you weld or something?
I welded it on the ends, and then my spare tire carrier and my hitch hold it on, and then it's welded on the ends and underneath.
Right.
So now it'll support anything you want to put on it.
Right.
But still, it'll only support as much as the I-beam welds will hold.
That's true.
So you can't. It's not made. It's real thin. It's only an eighth. It's probably 16th inch bumper steel.
So this is really something. If you're going to look at doing a travel trailer, and you're wanting to put bikes and stuff on the back, you really need to take that into consideration.
I would go put a class 3 hitch on it. Have somebody do it for $500 or $600 and then be happy.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've got it all set now.
It is.
Was there anything else on the rig that worked out well that you made a modification for?
Not really.
No, that was pretty much it. The roof was fine, no leaks. We fixed all that before you left.
And I had all your info. I didn't need for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I had everything.
We did that video. If you haven't seen the video, we kind of did a walkthrough, and then he added in some things like some shelves that pull in and out, which are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you didn't use the generators. You didn't need the generator on this trip.
No.
So okay, now tell them kind of like the places you went to. You went to I don't even remember all the places in that.
We started out. The first place we went to was when we first got into Utah. We stopped at a couple of the Indian places where the cliff dwellers.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went to the Grand Canyon.
And you've never seen the Grand Canyon?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah. I'm going to swipe some of your pictures so they can see them, because this is something like when we grew up, we never did trips like that.
No.
And that was on your bucket list, was to see the Grand Canyon.
That Grand Canyon. Yeah, I went out there 2 years ago to see it, and we went there, and it was 7 inches of snow, and they wouldn't let us in. Yeah. So I never got to see it 2 years ago.
Right.
We spent some time there this time. We went to the North Rim, and it was fantastic. I mean, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was middle of start of June, and it was nice and cool. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah. And then you went from there. You were in Utah. Where was your favorite place in Utah you went?
Probably Zion, Bryce, Zion. We went to Dead Horse Canyon and the Canyon Land.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
And he did you took the Hemingways.
Took the Hemingway, went all over Zion.
Yeah.
On the shuttle paths, you know, and we put on 20 miles just on the shuttle paths
Now-
on the Hemingway.
Now, I want him to talk about this because you're in your 70s and you're running around with the Hemingways. And Sue did great on the Hemingways too.
Fantastic.
And they were comfortable. I mean, you really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Well, you're going up a mountain on them, and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Because you're pedaling real slow, and you get up there, and then you come back down.
Yeah.
You're holding both brakes, and you're still going 25 miles an hour.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So just braking. So you don't even realize that you went up that. You know.
And you don't realize that you put 20 miles on.
No.
Yeah. And he did a lot of modifications. I should do a whole video on what you've done to your stupid Hemingway. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But that's awesome that the fun part was as we went on our trip and we did the canyon. And then I would send him Marco Polos. Marco Polo is an app you put on your phone. It's a great way to communicate with family. And it's like a video walkie-talkie. So I would say, Dad, you got to see this.
Yeah.
And then he actually got to go. So that was...
We walked down to the Narrows.
Yeah.
That was cool, too.
Yeah. So it was an awesome trip. And then you finished off in Colorado, right?
Yeah, Mega Vista, is that what it was?
I can't remember. Somewhere right around in that area.
It was a cliff dwelling, and it was all the Indians. And
Yeah.
Oh, that was probably some of the best pictures I got.
Yeah.
It was cool.
You did. I will say on your Facebook, you posted more pictures than I have seen you post in years from that trip.
It was, and I had 50 or 60, and I put 15 or 20 on. You know,
Yeah.
But man, I got some awesome pictures.
So I think the cool part is that RV life and choosing to go this route, I think the building of the memories and then staying in the rig. He was in Utah when it was super hot and it was 100 and some degrees in the afternoon. Yeah, and so they would get up at 5 in the morning and you'd go do your hikes and then you'd come back in the afternoon.
Yeah, we'd be back by 1 or 2
Yeah.
and it'd be 100 and some degrees, but we'd stay inside until the evening, and then you go outside and you can cook out and stuff, and then but it was cool. Yeah.
So here's the other thing everyone's asking, Pops, are you coming to the huddle?
I'm coming to the huddle.
Him and Sue are coming to the huddle, so I'm looking forward to that because we're going to do the Bigfoot hunt.
I'm already building my big spear.
Goodness. Yeah. So no, we're gonna have a lot of fun, and I wanted, because we had so many people asking about how you were doing, how the first trip was, and I'm learning that on our channel there's so many people. Some people are planning 1 year and 2 years right now so they can go start making their trips.
That's
so
right.
I'm learning now that everyone they're on different paths, and some of them are in their 70s. They've never done this and they have never towed anything, and so Dad's a prime example of somebody that's actually doing it.
It was great, you know.
And now they're planning your next trip. That's probably around the huddle time.
Yeah.
So they're going to go see some things there too.
Yeah, we're going to go down to Georgia, and then we're going to go over to we're going to go to Georgia for the huddle.
Right.
And then we're going to go over to that Biltmore.
Oh, the Biltmore. Yeah, that's one of our favorite places. Yeah.
And then we're going to go up to the
Ark.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe I'll give you the things for the indoor kayaking. I think you'd love that underground kayaking experience we just did. I think you'd enjoy that too. Thanks for tuning in. I hope it's a short little video, and I just wanted to get you updated by Switch Pops and his experience. And the rig's still here. He's all ready. Everything's been revamped, and he's ready for his next excursion. So I think it'll be cool.
It'll be cool.
Yeah, it'll be. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things on the channel.
And say hi to Sue.
Yes, and say hi to Sue. Leave a comment for Sue. Sue hates to be on camera, but when she comes to the huddle, it's fair game, Sue. You got to watch out. So that being said, we look forward to talking to you again soon, and we are out.